All right, now to the big story we at WION have been tracking all day today. The Supreme Court of India has finally announced death penalty for all 4 men guilty of raping a 23-year-old girl on a bus in New Delhi. The court, which had concluded the hearings in the matter on 27th March, decided on the final sentence today. The Supreme Court made certain scathing observations, saying that the convicts were obsessed with the purpose of ravishing the victim and that it was a rarest of the rare case. On the evening of 16 December 2012, a young girl boarded a private bus along with a friend in New Delhi. Now, 6 men on the bus, including the driver and his help, who was a minor, took turns to brutally rape and then assault her. They then left her on a busy road in a grievously injured state. Doctors battled to save her life for nearly a week before she died. The incident sparked massive spontaneous protests in New Delhi and across India, with protesters demanding a better security for women. Now, India was up in arms after Nirbhaya was raped and murdered. Politicians made promises to ensure women's safety. However, 5 years on, little has changed for the women of the country. Better policing, including women marshals on buses, stricter punishment for sexual assault, and a change in the rape laws were among some of the promises made by those who have the authority to implement them. 5 years on, none of these have been completed. India still ignominiously tops the charts when it comes to violence against women. Recently, WION reported about an actress who provocatively claimed that most girls in the country had faced some form of molestation before they reached their teens. Now, take a look at some of these statistics and numbers. Nearly 100 women are raped every day in India, and at least 6 in New Delhi alone. Every 2 minutes, a crime is committed against women in India. A poll in 2015 ranked India as the 4th most dangerous country in the world for women. These numbers alarm as much as they reveal what is wrong with India. And it has not got any better through the years. On your screen are 2 scenes, one from the massive protests against Nirbhaya's murder in 2012, and the other one from a molestation caught on camera earlier this year. Now, both images tell the same story. The more India has changed, the more it remains unchanged, at least for the women of the country. Over the years, several recommendations by various eminent panels on the subject have not been enforced, and they have not brought any change either. Successive governments have been content with talking about the issue and not delivering on their promises. Perhaps the need of the hour includes a stricter law which can be enforced easily to provide a stricter deterrent for sexual assault. Women must also be made aware of their rights.
I am not per se against capital punishment, so that way it's a welcome decision. But if you consider that there has been so many very brutal rape and murder cases since Nirbhaya's case and earlier also, so a proper tribute to Nirbhaya will be if all such cases are given such verdicts within a specified period.
जिस एग्रावेटिंग और ब्रुटैलिटी से ये क्राइम हुआ है, इसका ये रेयरेस्ट ऑफ रेयर केसेस में आता है. ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट की जो पहले की जजमेंट है, जिसमें क्लियर लिखा है कि कलेक्टिव कॉन्शियस ऑफ द सोसाइटी अगर शॉक करती है तो रेयरेस्ट ऑफ रेयर इवेंट में आता है. तो उसमें लेते हुए ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जो हाई कोर्ट की जजमेंट थी डेथ पेनल्टी की, उसको अपहोल्ड किया.
Today, the way Supreme Court has upheld the death penalty meted out to the rapists by the trial court and high court clearly shows that the judiciary is with the women of this country, that the government is sending a strong message that criminal law is for deterrence, and in future any rapist who thinks can get away will not get away.
मैं इससे असंतुष्ट हूं और जैसे जजमेंट मिल जाएगा उसको स्टडी करके हम उस पर जो रिव्यू है हम रिव्यू फाइल करेंगे. अक्षय कुमार सिंह, विनय शर्मा और पवन गुप्ता के लिए रिव्यू फाइल करेंगे.
Supreme Court of India has delivered the justice, which is historic justice. I think today nation will know that there is justice for women in this country. Women's movement today has really conveyed the message to nation. If you will be wrong a woman, if you wrong a woman, you shall lose your life. You shall really be punished severely. I'm extremely, extremely happy and proud, and I believe that justice can be delivered in this country.
इस फैसले को मैं बहुत अहम ले रहा हूँ कि ये फैसला हमारे लिए ही नहीं बल्कि पूरे देश के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा फैसला है। बिल्कुल खुश हैं, हम भी खुश हैं और हमें उम्मीद है कि हमारे साथ जो भी लोग जुड़े हुए हैं सभी खुश हैं।
बिल्कुल न्याय मिला, हम न्याय के एक कदम और आगे बढ़ गए। अभी लड़ाई है लेकिन ये बहुत बड़ा फैसला था। यहाँ पे एक भगवान के बाद यही स्थान होता है, तो मुझे उम्मीद थी कि डर तो था लेकिन डर से ज़्यादा हमें विश्वास था कि जिस तरह से क्राइम हुआ है वो उनको सज़ा ज़रूर मिलेगी और निर्भया को इंसाफ। कहते थे लोग कि मैं निर्भया की तरह तुम्हें कर दूंगा, निर्भया की तरह मार दूंगा, तो आज उनको भी जवाब मिला कि मैं निर्भया की तरह अगर किसी के साथ करूंगा तो निर्भया की तरह हमें फांसी की सजा भी मिलेगी।
And WION's correspondent Jessica Taneja spoke to a Canadian national in New Delhi about the case. Let's listen in.
Today was an important day. The Supreme Court of India sentenced the 4 convicts to death in the Nirbhaya gang rape case. It has certainly invited a lot of global attention, and here with me are some visitors here to the country who've come to explore India. Let's understand from them, when you were coming to India, did you have any preconceived notions, given that you already knew about the case, as you told me? Did you have any preconceived notions that India might not be safe for you?
Well, a little bit. I knew about the case, and just as a foreign woman, it definitely crossed my mind. However, it didn't stop me from wanting to visit, and I'm really glad that I've come because I've only had positive experiences.
How do you think India, in your opinion, is safe at all for women?
You definitely feel maybe some tension or some extra precautions that you have to take, but again, my experience too has been as long as you're safe and a smart traveler like you should be in any country, then you can feel safe here as well.
Delhi has gained so much prominence in terms of the city that is known for such horrific crimes. Was this at the back of your mind somehow, or were your parents rather concerned? You're going to India, you know? You should be careful. Was there something like this that your parents actually had told you or warned you?
Specifically with the rape issue, they didn't point that out. Of course, every time I travel, they want me to be safe. But yeah, just like my friend said, it was in the back of my mind. She pointed it out to me before, but I did make sure that I carried myself in a way that I wouldn't attract attention, and yeah, so it was on my mind, but I feel safe here at least.
Just to ask you, what do you think about a death sentence being given to a rape convict? Do you think it is actually justified?
In some cases, yes, but I also feel that greater awareness needs to be done, and other precautions for safety also needs to be taken care of to get it done. Obviously, we can't undo what has happened, but I think more awareness for tourists and locals need to be done for this.
More awareness for tourists should be done. This is what a lot of people coming to India do feel. This is Jessica Taneja with video journalist Balaji for WION in New Delhi.